Hey there, everyone. It's me, Esther Bartkiw, and listen, I want to talk to you about a very important topic that's been coming up a lot when I'm doing readings with people, personal sessions, just messages from social media. And that is, what do you do when people that you love, people that you know, just won't wake up? They don't get it. They don't get what's going on in the world right now. Maybe they don't want to know. They're just saying, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And every time you send them a link, an article, a tweet, want to talk to them about something that is important to you, that you feel they should know, they turn away. Maybe they roll their eyes, and maybe they're just avoiding you altogether now. Okay, so that is what I want to discuss in today's video. Now, how this came about, a couple of days ago on Twitter, I spent a lot of time on Twitter. Maddie Boz, handle Maddie Boz, tweeted, "Being a truther is a lot less stressful when you know it's not your duty to awaken anyone." And I retweeted that, but I also commented on that post and I wrote, "It takes a while to get this, but when you do, it's freeing. People need to wake up and choose red pill, blue pill on their own." And then I cut and pasted that and I put it on my Facebook fan page as well. And there were a lot of comments on that people saying that they're starting to realize that. They're starting to get it. So let's talk about this, because I know there's a lot of people who are very frustrated. And in the past, I have been very frustrated as well. So first of all, number one, it is not your job to wake anybody up. So if you feel it is your job, I've got to wake people up, please back away from that role. It is not your responsibility. Release yourself from that responsibility. We are each on our own journey of awakening. Okay, you cannot force people to see the light. You can't force someone to get it. You can't shake them to wake them. All right, it is not your responsibility. You keep your eyes on your own journey. All right, and you keep awakening, because we don't get to this point of, hey, I'm woke. Okay, people who say I'm woke are actually limited because they're saying they have arrived, and there is no arriving. There's only greater consciousness and greater expansion. We are always moving to new levels of awakening. Okay, and when you're consciously doing that, saying, yes, please, it can happen much more rapidly, rapid fire. Okay, so back away. It's not your responsibility, but what can you do? Well, be prepared. Be prepared in any moment with an article, a tweet, a video, a word, your own opinion on something. If somebody asks you, right? If they come to you and they say, hey, I saw you talking about this, or I saw you making a post about this, or I know you're really interested in this subject. Can you tell me more? Because as soon as they come to you, they've opened up a door of permission for you to step through. Okay, they're giving you permission. It shows there is some level of receptivity that is there. So be ready and be prepared at all times. All right? And when you're not prepared, be honest with them. Say, I don't know much about that subject, but let me see what I can find for you. Okay? Or I haven't considered that subject in a long time. Give me a minute. Let me see what I can dig up for you. Be honest. You don't have to be an expert on everything. I'm not an expert on everything, but what I know, I know. All right? Then, step number 3, I'm very inclined to say when they've opened the door and you're starting to introduce, whether you want to call it truths or just alternate perspectives and material to the person, go gently. Okay, go gently. There is so much to be awakened to. Okay, we've got vaccines, depopulation agenda, 5G, coronavirus agenda, the cabal, human trafficking, SRA, which is satanic ritual abuse, nanotech, all this tracking tech that's happening now. You know, there's some people who are still not awakened to fluoride and what's going on with our food sources, fiat currency, Antarctica, clones, doubles, green tech. People are having a big awakening about green tech right now. And then, of course, the climate. And there's so many other areas. So go slowly. What I suggest to do is ask them, what's the subject that interests you? Maybe they come with a subject. You know, can we talk about this? But maybe they're just open and curious. I would say, well, what's the subject that you're curious about? And how do you feel about it right now? And what's prompting this desire to learn my perspective or learn another perspective? How do you feel I can help you? And go slowly. Meet them where they're at. Okay, meet them where they are at. And I always encourage people to say, okay, so this is my perspective, this is my point of view, this is how I've come to the conclusion of that, but look at all perspectives, you know, ask a lot of people, do your own research, you know, because otherwise you're just saying, this person told me this information, I've believed it all my life. Now you tell me this information, now I'm going to believe this all my life. That's counterproductive, right? You want to be always gathering information and then turning within and choosing for yourself, and encourage the people that you are speaking with to do the same. All right. Now, some people don't want to go gently. Some people are like, big, I want it all, I want it now, I want it fast. I have a tendency to be that way in my own personal life. When I find a subject that I like, I will deep dive into it for, you know, days and even weeks, and just immerse myself, and I go down those rabbit holes. All right. So some people have the personality that they are just not going to be gentle and slow going with others. They're going to give it to that person all at once. Maybe that's you, or maybe somebody, you know, took that approach with you. Or maybe the person that you're speaking with likes it. Like, give it to me. Give it to me. That's fine. Right? There is no right or wrong. I want to tell you a little story that happened, I don't know, maybe it's about 2 weeks ago now. But someone very close to me, someone who I care about a lot, finally came to me and said, wait a minute, Esther, tell me about what is going on in the world. I know that you delve into all of this. And I went full throttle with them, and they wanted that. So over a course of 48 hours, I mean, it wasn't face to face. This was all over WhatsApp calls and texting. I said, okay, start here. And I gave a video link. And I said, anytime as you're watching that and you have a question, pause and come and ask me. I'm going to stay close to my phone and I will tell you my perspective of it, but also seek out other perspectives as well. And they got through that video, and then I sent them another one. And then I started cutting and pasting Twitter posts of all kinds of perspectives and information and theories and understandings. And very quickly, I saw what they were drawn to. And I said, oh, you seem to like these subjects. Would you like more information on it? And this person wasn't on social media. And now that they're on social media, they've chosen to go on Twitter. And I just sent them a whole bunch of accounts to follow. Start here, find your own accounts. And they had a very great, rude awakening in 24 hours. And it was reeling for them. And it really threw their whole world. I mean, everything that they believed about people and what was going on in the world was just rattled. But I was there to handhold them as best as I could. And we continued on. And then when they would say, okay, this is a bit too much, I need to back off for a day or two, no problem. And then they would come back and they would say, let's keep going. So it's about 2 weeks now. They're still learning, still growing, as I'm still learning, still growing. I've been doing this for a very long time. And they know which subjects they're really drawn to now. They're getting their own sources. Now we have more conversations of back and forth where we're teaching each other. Because this person is connecting with sources that they were just not in my scope. Okay, so I'm learning also from them now. So that was a case of all at once, but it was hard, and they will say it was hard. It still is hard. It's still hard for me sometimes when I'm learning new truths that are just, blow me away. But you can do it. All right? You can do it. Great. Then what about what I call the toe dippers? The ones that say, oh, I'm really open and I'm really interested. Can you tell me about this? And you send them something and then they just kind of back off. They disappear. You don't hear from them forever. And then maybe 2 or 3 months later, they come back and say, oh yeah, I really want to know and I really want to grow and I'm really interested in this. And yes, I'm an open person. And you start again and they disappear. Okay, you never hear from them again. Be patient with them. Be available to them. They're showing some kind of an interest, but they're not ready yet. Okay, let them have their own process. Let them have their own process. When they're ready, and they won't be ready a moment before. And I want to offer you some information of why they might not be ready. Okay, so this is a little bit of the psychology, and that's my background, because when I started in this work of helping people to expand their consciousness on a personal development, on spiritual growth and awareness journey, really my background was as a holistic psychotherapist, working with people's belief systems, consciously and subconsciously, to root out the limiting belief systems, right, held by the mind that were preventing them from living the life they want to lead. And that is always the basis of my work that I do with people. Okay. So when people are not ready, or they're doing this, I'm not, as you're being patient with them and being loving with them, understand that they may have their own personal traumas that they're dealing with. Okay. They have their own personal life experiences, own personal traumas. And that might be what is keeping them away from really diving into this material. All right. Maybe they have a belief system, and especially of my generation, most of us had to bust this belief system that, you have to, anything a doctor says, anything a lawyer says, anything a teacher says, or a policeman or a politician or the trusted newsman on the screen is to be believed. Okay, so maybe they have that belief system and they're holding fast to it. Maybe they're not ready to be an adult yet. Doesn't matter how old they are. They could be 50 or 60 years old and they're not ready to be an adult yet, an adult mind. They still have parts and aspects of themselves that are frozen in childhood traumas, right? Acting and thinking like a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 23-year-old. Okay, so that could be part of it as well. Maybe they are running a pattern of I'm a follower. And so they just follow the crowd. So there is, psychology behind this. They could have a patterning that they need approval from other people, and being open to alternative information, truths, which would be an alternative information for them, something very different, something that maybe their family laughs at or scoffs at, means that they would lose approval. And if they lose approval, then they could be shunned. And if they're shunned, they would be all alone and they would have nobody. And that is what is stopping them from seeking truths. All right. Maybe right now they are so full of fear, or they've been fear-based their whole entire life, and opening up to these truths is going to create more fear and they cannot handle it. So it is a protection program for them. The spirit within is saying, yes, go. But this fear program that they're running holds them back. Okay. And as I said, they're going to be ready when they're ready and not a moment sooner. So just be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. There's this behavior that's playing out in the world, and it's been very prevalent over the last 2 years, and they call it the cancel culture. And that's, you don't believe how I believe, so I'm canceling you out of my life. And I am really dismayed about this cancel culture. Now, do you have to be friends with everybody? Do you have to follow everybody on social media? Can you unfriend people? Of course you can do all of these things, but if you're aware of this cancel culture of you don't believe the way I do, so I can't be your friend anymore, I feel it's very, very destructive. And I do believe that we can coexist with different belief systems as the belief systems are respected. And for me, there is a caveat, is that the belief systems are not harmful to people. Okay. And for me personally, my line is, does it go against my morals and values? Okay. So if somebody wants a vaccine for, COVID-19 and they're bound and determined to have it, fine, that is your choice. I will choose not to have it at this point. No, I'm not pro-vaccine at this point. But I'm not going to cancel someone out of my life, someone who is a friend, someone who is family, someone who I love and adore because they want it. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? These people who are just not ready, or they're coming in and out, you just love them. You hold space for them. You love them. You let them know, I am here for you when you are ready. You carry on whatever your relationship is with them. You can still be friends. As I said, this cancel culture is, it's dismaying to me. It's dismaying. Okay, now we, as people very eager for others to wake up, right? Because then we gain momentum, we have more, we move towards that tipping point of consciousness of there's so many of us awake now, we can affect amazing change very quickly upon the planet. And so people get frustrated. People get frustrated and overwhelmed and angry. Oh my gosh. And, it's like, oh, I want to shake you awake. And what I would say, if you're getting to that point with somebody or just generally in your life, back off. Again, just focus on your own journey, because those are all lower vibrations. And when you are trying to spread information, talk to people, offer truths, offer studies, offer alternative information, alternative to what they believe, and you are frustrated, overwhelmed, in despair, angry, exasperated, want to shake them awake, that energy is not going to be supportive of an outcome that you would like. In fact, in any area of your life, the energy you bring into everything, the vibration you bring into anything determines a lot, how it unfolds. So if that's you, if you're getting really frustrated and angry with people and, sleepy people and whatever it might be, just back off, focus on your own journey. And then begin to release those low vibrations, okay? And raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, okay, you move into alignment with source within, Okay, some people call it your soul or call it soul essence, your soul presence, the inner being. And then you're in alignment, you're in a higher vibration. Okay, now in that space, the people who are ready are attracted to you. Okay, because God, universe already knows you have a desire to give out this information. Okay, so when you're in that higher vibration and you are in this soul alignment, the people who are ready will be attracted to you, and you will be in a vibration to know intuitively and receiving impulses, divine guidance impulses of, ooh, this is a good video for them, or this is a good article for them, or, oh no, I need to meet this person face to face. Let's go and have a coffee, even if you're standing, a meter and a half apart, whatever it might be. Let's have a video chat. Okay, because you're in the flow, you're in a higher vibration, you're in soul alignment, so those interactions will be easier. And if somebody says, I'm not interested, or they push back against you, you're not so fazed because you are in this higher vibration. Okay? All right. So, yes, back off. If you're getting frustrated, back off, because when you are pushing information, sending your links, in those lower vibrations, it's counterproductive. Okay? You're shutting down, it begins to shut other people down, and no one is blessed. Nobody is blessed in that. Well, the dark agenda is blessed, right? Because the dark agenda likes division. Nobody's blessed. So even if you say that, wow, I'm frustrated talking to this person, I'm going to back off because nobody's blessed here other than the dark agenda, and that's certainly not what I want, just back off. Okay, and then you just realign yourself. You realign yourself. Okay, take care of yourself, raise your vibration, do your journey, focus on something you love, have fun, bring some joy back in, realign, and then you'll be ready. You'll be ready. And it's amazing who will be attracted into your life, people that you don't even think of. Like this person who I said is really close to me, and they finally came to me. I was like, what is happening here? This is amazing. I mean, I couldn't have orchestrated it better myself. And that's exactly it. We leave it to God. We leave it to universe to orchestrate these events, anything that you're trying to manifest in your life. And when you are in soul alignment, and you do that by raising your vibration, and you raise your vibration by focusing on what you love, what brings you joy, what makes you happy, then wow, the flow of giving out this information, the flow of manifesting everything becomes much easier. Okay, so you're here. I know you're here, and you want to wake people up. Again, we know that's not your job, but I'm going to use that term. You want to give this information because you want harmony. You want a better world to live in. You desire the best for humanity. Okay, whether it's a stranger or someone you love. Okay. And so these are my suggestions to you. In the meantime, just hold space for them and love them and be available and be ready. Okay. Now, coming up, I've got a live call, another live call. It's going to be a energy process journey meditation coming up May 17th at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to be taking everybody through a soul alignment and know your true self class. Okay, it is going to be live, but also recording MP3 download will be available if you're not able to make it live, so that you will have it. You can download it to your computer and use it at any time. So soul alignment. Over the last few months, I've been really focused on helping people raise their vibration. That was the directive that was given to me. Raise your vibration, move into greater soul alignment. The benefits are plentiful. Not only do you manifest much more easily and quickly because you're in alignment, but really the guidance, the wisdom, the directives, the consciousness opens up. Okay, you are in tune, you are tapped in, you are in the flow. Like if this is a subject that we're talking about right now is of interest to you, yes, people are going to be attracted to you. They're going to be coming to you. You're not going to have to go and give information to people. They'll be coming to you, and you'll always be giving the right information. And I started the vibing up, to help people start manifesting, really manifesting their wishes and dreams. And what I discovered is, as we were vibing up, people were aligning with their soul self, but they didn't know who they truly be. They didn't know that spark of source energy within. They didn't know themselves as liquid love and light. And that is what we are going to do in this upcoming class that I'll be holding on May 17th. I'm going to do it again, choose your own tuition, just to help everybody out at these times. It worked really well last time. I think people really chose from their heart, and I appreciate that. And I will put a link below with more information. I'm going to help you also to tap into your Akashic records. So that may be of interest to you. So click on the link below, check out the details of the class coming up, and please sign up. I love doing these calls with you and these videos. Of course, if there's anything else that you want me to touch on in these videos, just drop me a note below. I'm always open to hearing what you're interested in. All right. So thanks so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you for being so passionate about waking up to greater consciousness and helping other people do the same. And let me know which of these pieces is something that you are going to start implementing in your life. All right. Enjoy the very best of this day, everyone. Ciao for now.